Hello everybody, it's Kent Koopas here, and we're back for some more Where in Time is Carmen Sandiego, or Carmen Sandiego's Great Chase Through Time. Sorry. Oh, pardon me, I'm sorry. I had a nice big gulp of water, but anyhow. When we last left off here, we just completed the, what case did we do? Oh yeah, the theater. And now we're just gonna continue on with the next case here. I think it's either one, it's one or two I'm thinking of, so let's begin.
Your next stop is North America 1776.
Thought so.
A key American document should have been signed by now, but it's nowhere in sight. You'll be handling a political hot potato, Inspector. I'm sending Polly Tix along to give you good advice. She knows all the political angles and the lines and curves, too. Good luck, and give Ben Franklin my best.
What a blast to the past! We've arrived in the American colonies on the 4th of July, 1776, and that founding father is none other than Thomas Jefferson.
The misfortune! The Second Continental Congress is assembled and waiting for me, but my final draft of the Declaration has been stolen.
No need to get all wigged out, Mr. Jefferson. We'll help you make your declaration.
Alrighty, so that's the thing. Thomas Jefferson has his stuff stolen. So anyhow, let's examine stuff before we go anywhere.
I love to read. My favorite recent pamphlet is Common Sense by Thomas Paine. It makes quite an argument for colonial independence. Ah, those are the plans for Monticello, my dream home. I dabble in architecture, you know.
Didn't know that, but then again, I don't know much about American history.
Thomas Jefferson was known to fiddle around with a violin. In fact, he was quite good.
In England, men wear powdered wigs in Parliament, and in the colonies, we wear them in Congress. They can make debating a truly hair-raising experience.
Uh-huh.
The dumbwaiter delivers food from the downstairs kitchen right into Jefferson's den. Now that's swell service.
Dumbwaiter, I love that. Yeah, let's examine the show.
Jefferson had enough ideas to make your head spin. He even invented the spinning swivel chair.
Huh, didn't know that.
This is where I get most of my work done, when I'm not drafting declarations.
Alright.
Greetings. Forgive my distraction. The declaration draft I was composing has been purloined, and the Congress is waiting on me.
Alrighty, who are you?
I am Thomas Jefferson, a representative of the colony of Virginia. I've been working on an important document for the American colonies called a Declaration of Independence. Actually, the idea for a declaration was inspired by a 5-man committee, of which I am just a part, but they asked me to do the actual writing. I have a bit of a knack for writing, so Adams and Franklin asked me to write out the declaration. I've been working on it for 2 solid weeks.
Huh.
The American colonies live under the rule of King George of England, but his unjust rule has overtaxed our patience. We have decided to declare our independence. The king overtaxes the colonies and gives us no say in the matter. This is called taxation without representation, and it is most unjust. Delegates from all 13 American colonies have formed a Second Continental Congress in Philadelphia. They are waiting to sign the final declaration, but I haven't finished writing it yet.
Ah, that sucks.
A thief stole my first draft of the Declaration of Independence, and I don't have enough parchment for a rewrite.
Really? You got all these, books here, you can't, tear a few pages here or there, just... I don't know.
Parchment is the key. If you can find me just a modest scrap, I'll be able to jot my thoughts down again and take them to the Continental Congress. If only I knew! The British taxes and naval blockade have caused a serious shortage in items like glass, lead, and paper. You'll have to keep a sharp eye out for parchment.
Seriously, you got books here. Cannibalize the books. Or take this. It doesn't matter. What's more important to you? Your freaking books or the declaration of an entire colony? Anyway, let's go to Philadelphia.
Farewell. Please return if you find any parchment.
And if you can see here, is one of those big ones.
Oh, we thought you might be Jefferson. Where is that man? We need his declaration draft soon, or the colonies may never gain independence.
Oh, that sucks.
Some delegates are British loyalists who don't want independence. But we'll convince them it's time we colonists stood up for our rights. John Adams has been a great help. He's convinced many delegates to sign the Declaration.
Okay, let's see here. Alright, this is that.
Oh, that outline will be useful once Jefferson arrives with his final draft of the Declaration. Now, where is that man? He's late.
Oh, yeah, I guess you can read through this. Okay, so this is just outline, don't even worry about that.
The flag symbolized the colonists' need for independence and self-rule. It could really inspire when confidence was flagging.
Just shut up.
Hello, fellow patriots. The Continental Congress is getting anxious. Jefferson has not yet arrived with the Declaration. Benjamin Franklin's my name. Inventor, statesman, and clever writer. Ever heard of Poor Richard's Almanac? That's my publication, full of clever proverbs. A proverb is a witty little piece of homey advice. Here's one of my favorites. Early to bed and early to rise makes a man healthy, wealthy, and wise. Not bad, huh?
Sure.
Well, here's something off the top of my head. The delegate who completes our Declaration Sublime will save the American colonies in the nick of time.
That was bad and you know it.
The delegates here are waiting for Jefferson to arrive with his draft. Then they need to make the hard decision to sign the Declaration. Not everyone is convinced that separating from England is the best thing to do. John Adams has worked to convince everyone that independence is our best option. But independence does not come without risks. If we lose our war for independence, everyone who put their signature on the Declaration of Independence will lose their heads. We're really sticking our necks out for this.
That sounds like a fun afternoon. Alrighty, anyhow, let's go ahead and go to New York. Give me a sec here. Someone just messaged me over Steam. Be right back. Hang on. Okay, I'm sorry about that, guys. This is actually a completely different recording session here because my friends wanted to play some Minecraft, and I wanted to go join them. So this is a completely different recording here. This is right where we were, so no harm done. So let's go back to the game.
New York's a quaint little town, but many of the shops have closed owing to the blockade and shortages. It's all quite taxing.
Okay, same thing.
Hey, keep back. We are protecting this lead statue of King George from angry colonists.
On July 9th, 1776, in just a few days, colonial troops will knock over the statue and melt it into musket balls for the war. King George obviously wasn't too popular.
Jeez, I wonder why.
Hark there, don't rile my red-coated troops. If you need anything, I'm the bloke in charge. G'day. Blimey, but all this garden has made tea time a distant memory. I can't remember the last time we had a cup.
Ah, good old British and their tea. That stereotype will never get old.
Truth to tell, I'm a proud servant of my king. But I do feel for the colonists. They've been paying very steep taxes these days. Well, it's my job, you know. Besides, many British think these American colonists are just brewing up trouble about their tea taxes. Well, the colonial Minutemen are scrappier fighters than we expected. My soldiers are better disciplined, of course, but those colonists really want their independence.
I would imagine.
Why, this is a lead statue of His Honored Majesty King George III. My Marines and I have been assigned to protect his kingship from rebel scavengers. You can look, but you can't touch. My job is to protect this statue. I can't have you making off with anything. Oh, for a cup of tea. When His Majesty taxed the tea, the colonists boycotted the stuff. They've declared coffee their new national drink.
Oi! Wow, I can't believe I tried to do an Australian accent instead of a British. Yeah, I'm just gonna stop right there before I embarrass myself. And embarrass the entire country.
Tea is just impossible to find these days. The colonists have stopped drinking tea to protest the tea tax devised by King George. It all started with that Boston Tea Party in 1773. Some tricksters boarded 3 of our merchant ships, dressed as Indians, and tossed every crate of tea into Boston Harbor. Outrageous!
Alright, so now we want to go ahead and travel to
On
Boston.
your way then, and keep an eye out for tea.
Oh, here we are, Boston. So, kind of depressing.
Look at all that flotsam and jetsam. Must be stuff still floating around since the Boston Tea Party a while back.
That is a British ship of the line. It's loaded with cannon to blast any trade ships that try to sneak through the blockade. Many of the shops are idle from lack of supplies. The furnace of the smithy back there hasn't melted any metal in quite a while.
A hot forge is perfect for melting metals, so they can be bent or poured into new shapes.
Keep that.
My musket fires balls of lead, but lead is so scarce that we have orders not to shoot the redcoats till we see the whites of their eyes.
In one New Hampshire battle, the Minutemen only had about 15 lead musket balls each. They had to make every shot count.
That's actually pretty cool, I think.
Hey, you can't take my pole, but you can fish with it here if you want. Hey there, I'm just taking a minute to write a letter to Mother. I'm a Minuteman. I'm supposed to fight British redcoats and I'd be off like a shot, but like many Minutemen, I have no ammunition to shoot. Those blasted redcoats took most of our ammunition. Musket balls are made of lead, and lead is heavily taxed by the British, so there isn't much around. Oh yes, we depend on England for most of our supplies, and we'd be in a bad way without their imported goods.
Well, that sucks.
I'm writing a letter to my dear mother on this piece of parchment. I'd rather be off fighting, but without musket balls, a letter is my only pastime. Well, if I'm not fighting, I'm sitting here writing. But you know, if you scavenged up some lead musket balls for me, I'd drop this old letter in a second. Good luck. The lead needed for ammunition is near impossible to find these days. We soldiers scavenge it from pipes, monuments, plates, you name it. That British warship is blockading our harbor. Those Brits are preventing friendly countries like France from sending us fresh supplies.
Dude, that's gonna suck.
Well, first there was the Boston Tea Party, and now a full Revolutionary War is brewing. We colonists will win or die trying. We're outnumbered, but we fight cleverly, Indian style. We don't stand in silly straight lines like those Brits.
Yeah, it's not the brightest thing, I think.
I just turned 15. You could say I'm just a rebellious youth. Well, not really. But because the colonial army is so outnumbered, any man or boy old enough to aim a musket can join.
That would have been fun.
My musket fires balls of lead, but lead is so scarce that we have orders not to shoot the redcoats till we see the whites of their eyes.
In one New
Oh, but I guess I already examined it. I'm just an idiot.
Look at all that flotsam and jetsam. Must be...
Okay, let's use the thing here.
Hey, we caught a boxfish. Actually, it looks like an old tea crate from the tea party. Cool.
Indeed. I was wondering, can we get anything else? Nope.
No luck. I think Boston Harbor is all fished out. That's jetsam. Junk thrown over the side of a ship in distress. Looks like the Minuteman has been fishing some up.
Anyhow, let's go back to New York.
Manhattan, New York.
Go ahead, now we want to give them the tea crate.
Great kings of England! It's honest to goodness tea! If a bit waterlogged. Come on, lads, it's tea time!
And look at that, we got the first piece of the note.
Splendacious. It's a piece of the Carmen note.
It says here, once you have the declaration, quickly go and take your station. Alright, now we can take the foot here if we want.
Old King George was quite a leadfoot.
Go ahead and take this. Let's want to go back to Boston, and now I want to use this. Now I want to use this on the fire.
ammo out of the lead statue. You're a high-caliber crime fighter.
Oh, please. Daniel, let's give it to the Minutemen.
Yow! Thanks for the musket balls. Now I have my shot at joining the Continental Army. Long live the American colonies!
And there we go, we got the parchment. We keep the rod, just curious. Alright, forget about this. And we wanna keep going. Keep going. And finally, let's give the parchment to Jefferson.
Parchment! You deserve volumes of praise. Now I can rewrite crucial parts of the Declaration of Independence. I've written out all the important points, but these paragraphs still need arranging. I'll hurry them over to the Pennsylvania courthouse, where the document can be completed. See you in the city of brotherly love.
And look at that, another piece of the note.
Superific! You found part of the Carmen note. The suspect's schemes are going to pieces.
Oh, please. Get concealed, all safe and nice, inside a Jefferson device.
Splendation!
How good to see you again. You're just in time. Ben Franklin is just now posting my paragraphs up for review and arrangement.
Well, my outline presents our ideas in an organized fashion. It should help us arrange Jefferson's paragraphs into a sensational declaration.
Yes, indeed. So just match up my paragraphs on the left with Franklin's outline on the right. Good luck.
Alright, so this is the major part of the case here. Pretty much, yeah, you just need to match it up. Like, for example, we got date and declaration, so we need to find a piece of the parchment that has talks about the date and declaration. So let's see. It's not that. No. No. Okay, it's this one here. So that's that. Now we want to talk about sometimes relationships between groups of people can get so bad that there is no choice but to split apart. So let's read here. No. Keep reading. Okay, I think it's this one. Let me just make sure. Okay, there we go. Everyone has certain rights that no government has the right to take away, okay? I'm not sure. Let me just see here. A list of complaints including how we are denied the right to a fair trial and how we vote. Well, I think that's this one. No. I think it's this. Okay, in that case then. This goes here. Okay, let's see here. Okay, I think that's it.
Well done! Jefferson's paragraphs match our outline perfectly. We have a most convincing declaration on our hands. Well done! You've helped organize this document into a memorable Declaration of Independence. Now, let's get those delegates signing before they lose their nerve, hmm?
reconstructed the Declaration of Independence. Now, let's track down our thief.
Honestly, you can now view the Declaration of Independence if you want. Yeah, there was a little more writing there than I think it made it out to be.
Yeah! That's the final fragment of Carmen's notes.
Alright, let's see here. And then he made it to avoid disturbance from his noisy dinner servants.
Fantabulous! I'll activate the time cuffs.
Alright, so since the note talks about Jefferson, we're going to want to go back to his office. So now it's talking about he made it to avoid disturbance from his noisy dinner servants. So that would mean this is something that, you know, helps him avoid disturbances from the cooks area. In this case, makes so the cooks don't need to come in and disturb him. And that would be the dumbwaiter, which delivers food from the cooks. So that means that our thief is hiding in the dumbwaiter.
Hey, that's using your noodle. The dummy was waiting in the dumbwaiter. Fantabulous! It's a major accomplishment to catch General Mayhem. Come on, General. You can think about independence. Independence.
You can court-martial me, but you'll never put Carmen Sandiego on trial.
Well done! You re-jailed General Mayhem, bartered your way from Virginia to Philly, and redrafted the Declaration of Independence. I salute you! Thanks to you, the 13 colonies are on their way to United Stateshood. But don't get too comfy. There's another crime dead ahead in time. Can I put you in charge of the case?
Alrighty, and that was case whatever. I don't really... Well, I want to continue on, but I'm getting tired here. As you can see, my commentary is getting slower. So yeah, enough of this recording session, I think. But I thank you all for watching. I'll see you next time whenever we continue this with the next case. I'm pretty sure I remember what the next case is. And yeah, thank you all for watching. I'll see you next time.